Okay, so like, over the past 8 months, I've been compiling commentary material that I can cover. But the thing is that I feel like most of these videos, the video will be under 4 minutes. So when I compile them, you've seen Doodle Tunes do it. You've seen Umbris do it. So like, if I'm the third, that makes it a tradition. I don't plan on making these videos having openers or closing statements because honestly, it's kind of unnecessary if I'm doing this over 5 times. So let's get started and hopefully you'll like these cookie run avatars.
I speak the truth. I've seen terrifying photos of Isabel, Tom Nook. I don't want to get into it. I've seen a tweet where someone posted saying they're selling feet pics in this game. Like, don't get me wrong, we all need to make some money during quarantine, honey, but come on, people. And honestly, I think the worst part is people are selling photos of their birthday suits on Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm sorry, AdSense. Please don't demonetize this video. I got in.
Okay, we can both agree. That is very, very, very weird. However, as long as they aren't sending these nudes to minors and they're only giving them to adults and adults only, I fail to see why this is actually an issue.
But nowhere you've shown said that they aren't selling these to kids. In fact, the screenshot McSmarty sent was just people selling them. And actually, the fact that children are able to get these is what she's complaining about.
Anyway, lots of the community draws Animal Crossing characters in look concepts, and have created inappropriate artwork with New Horizons. Because of the fact that players can import custom designs into their game through the Nook Link app, a problem with this is inappropriate outfits, content, placeable designs, etc.
Why is this an issue? I get it, it's a game intended for children, but there are a lot of adults who play this game, and people like to express themselves in different ways.
Yes, because since there's adults in the fandom, that means it's okay. Disregarding the fact that she never says, like, children can't get these items, or the fact that children are actually part of the fandom.
Is the Persona fandom full of predators? So let's dive into the conversation between these two big-brained gentlemen.
Y'all, she's 15. She's also a fictional superhero designed to be attractive and eye-catching, and to draw in certain players. You can't fault people for falling for the devs' plan. She's 15. That literally doesn't negate any point I made. Atlas designed her to be a romance option, meaning they designed her to appeal to certain groups of people, and if someone falls for that, and it's not harming any real person, they can't be blamed.
Now yes, she is 15, she is also fictional, and I think it's important that we understand that we do not treat fictional characters with the same amount of responsibility as we would treat illegitimate minors, because what that is doing is that is delegitimizing the term predator. If you call everybody a predator, that means that real actual predators that are doing real harm to real people are going to go under the radar, because we're targeting and putting our energy towards the wrong things.
You are kind of creepy if you are really into a 15-year-old girl. Don't get me wrong, I think that's kind of weird. But if she's fictional, then you really need to understand that that person in the end is not doing any legitimate harm to the real world.
So you agree with them? Last person shown was saying that because she is fictional and designed to be a love interest, that means it's okay, without even mentioning the fact that the player is the same age. And this is the image where the conversation comes from. What are you even arguing about? Okay, so editor's note. While looking at this while editing, it kind of made it seem like he was actually going against the first person instead of the second, but that kind of actually leads into a separate issue because the way that the second person was the last person to speak before his interjection, and the stuff he said about both of them before he started the points, it kind of made it seem like he was targeting both of them.
Okay, let me get this out of the way. Cookie Wars, it sucked. Pirate, for example, he hogged all the attention and clogged lanes. There was no limit to how many people would go after him until, he just goes away. Then there's Soda Swamp, which used to take down stuff like your freaking legendary mythics, like Moonlight, Fire Spirit, Sea Fairy, all gone with that Soda Swamp. Then there's Cotton Candy, who could control anyone. Anyone. And she, would control them for a certain amount of time. That got nerfed along with Soda Swamp and Pirate, but those are very slow, it took a long time to nerf those. And Sea Fairy, I don't even know if she's nerfed. If she used to be take out half the arena in PvP terms, it just sucked.
Okay, so this complaint isn't just towards Mole, but everyone who decides to use gameplay footage. If you are using gameplay footage and are making statements that requires factual evidence, Pixar didn't fucking happen. Yes, these could be true, but since all you're showing are summonings, you can't back any of these things up. As well as you're mumbling, this just makes it feel unscripted and lazy.
See two people making out because that is disgusting and it's gonna ruin my fucking day.
And then there's the music box nerf. Music boxes used to give immensely awesome prizes. But that got nerfed because, you can't have good stuff. And just, people were not happy with that either on the subreddit. And they did not really listen, I think. And then there was the Atlas nerf, to where if you upgrade this certain cookie, you would get like a crystal prize. But no, that got watered down to coins and hearts, and fewer crystals overall. To sort of quote a friend of mine, a lot of potentials just went down the gutter with that. Then there was the event mythic mileage nerf, to where if you spend a certain amount of crystals on a event unit, you'd be able to get that one for free. But no, that got watered down into just being a random mythic unit, which sucked.
I think. Yeah, this is a textbook definition of not to do with your lines, because you're adding text to back yourself up like almost every 10 seconds, as well as the fact that you can confirm that the Redditors freaked out with your I think.
Stupid message pops up. Wendy is reborn anew. Probably. I hate the word probably after playing this game, along with I guess, and maybe, and whatever, and every other wimp dick extension to the end of a sentence. Can you fucking write a single line with some confidence? Wendy is reborn anew. She is. She's happy as fuck. She's banging on her keyboard. She couldn't be happier. This could not be a better day for her. But you just gotta insert your own indifference, like you're so above it all.
In fact, this is a problem with most of the stuff that you mentioned, because you said that you got this information from the Reddit, so you literally don't have one-to-one proof.
I think it's just so fast. There's a moral compass. Ugh, it's just like, why? Moving on though, we meet a bad corrupt JPEG Hajime, now called Dante, the ultimate swordsman. Pekonach, a bootleg IO named Abby, who's the ultimate gamer. Chiaki, a bootleg Chiaki called Samantha, who's the ultimate developer. Okay, that one is fine, except for the neon hair and of course the reused sprites. Ultimate artist, blah blah. Persona! Is that Yusuke? Is that his name? I have multiple questions. Firstly, why is he here? Secondly, why'd you choose him? Thirdly, why didn't you just use a normal sprite and edit that? Stands out in the worst way. Why didn't you just redraw every character? Like, I would have preferred you just traced their sprites instead of doing whatever the hell this is. Then it would at least look like you put at least a bit of effort in. I mean, on the edits, you even messed up changing the colors. It doesn't stay inside the lines. How do you fuck up so badly? I could go on and on with my question, but it hurts to type out all the obvious. Well, anyway, we meet Monokuma through the V3 opening intro. Yeah, there's not much to comment on here. I think it's just so fast. Why is all the text going by so fast? Like, I can't even have a normal conversation with someone without them being like, oh, hey, fuck off, go meet this other guy.
Okay, so like, I genuinely joked about the unscriptedness of the last part, but did we get worse? Okay, so like, you changed the topic about 4 times, and you had the ability to edit the footage as you sped it up at the end, and showed a screenshot. So why, when you changed the topics, you forgot to mention the other students while the footage was showing them? Like, what you're saying does not match what the footage is showing at all, and honestly, this is giving me a case of vertigo.
He's looked after by his lesbian moms, Garnet, Pearl, and Amethyst. Yes, they're lesbians, and we'll get to that.
But I see that you are responsible parents. Caregivers? Guardians.
Wow, you just went there. Sorry if this sounds like I have thin skin, but like, that's fucking rude. Like, because there's one example of lesbians' mothers abusing children doesn't mean that all of them do.
You can probably kill a pedophile or a rapist because of what they did. You can probably kill a pedophile or a rapist because of what they did, but that doesn't excuse that you killed the guy.
Pepper, bro, please tone it down. This isn't a good comparison. Why are you comparing internet drama to straight up fucking murder? Jeez, dude, chill the fuck out.
And all this is just deflection.
What? Okay, so you compare somebody getting humiliated on a stream that somebody will forget about in like 2 days to killing somebody. Okay. Big brain strat.
Okay, so like some people might say that I'm saying the same point that Umber said about leaving clips in, but like Slumby, girl, you made the exact same point Toast Tag did right before Toast Tag said the exact same thing. And before any of you get into my case, no, Umber's was about the fact that she didn't even argue it at all and just left it in the corner. And we're done. Well, I haven't posted a commentary in a while, so this might be fun.